Hello, good afternoon and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Oxter, on this pre-match show as the one and only Cumbrian Bear. How we doing, Cumbrian?
Doing, lads. Afternoon all.
Listen, Cumbrian, I know you're a very, very intelligent man. Just before we give the team, I've got a wee bit of trivia for you. You listening?
Aye.
Right. What happened in 1981? Can you remember?
What pub was it in?
Right. Prince Charles get married.
Oh,
Liverpool won the European Cup, so they were in the final.
Oh.
And the Pope died.
Oh, that's a shame.
2005. Prince get married. Prince William get married. No, never. Prince Charles get married. Liverpool won the Champions League. And the Pope dies.
And it?
2018. There's a prince getting married. Liverpool are in the Champions League. Somebody better go into the Vatican, eh? Anyway, here we go. The day's team, Cumbrian. Enough of that nonsense. Bates is back. Will be the big talking point. The day's team is Alnwick, Tavernier, Bates, Martin, Halliday, Holt, Dorrans, Murphy, Cummings, Candias and Morelos. So it looks like a 4-4-2 to me.
Aye,
with the substitute Kelly, Alves, Hodgson, Goss, Docherty, Rossiter and young McCrory.
Looks like you've dropped McCrory then, haven't they? Is that McCrory they've dropped, isn't it, out of back four?
Well, I mean, I don't think McCrory's played particularly well, but I still think he's been better than Martin, if I'm being honest.
Do you think we're going with Cummins and Morelos? We've been shouting for that as well.
Two up front for me, obviously Holt and Dorrans in the middle, Candias on one side, Murphy on the other, a traditional 4-4-2 for me.
Okay, I think I prefer that myself. I don't know how. It just looks neater.
And Windass hasn't even made the bench, mate.
Somebody's been listening, eh?
Maybe listening to the show.
You got a log in here?
Maybe Steve and Gerrard has. Kelly, Hodgson, Alves, Goss, Docherty, Rossiter and McCrory on the bench.
Aye.
So we'll get obviously the goalie Hodgson for the full-backs, Alves for the centre-backs, Goss and Docherty and Rossiter and McCrory all midfield players. No forwards on the bench, right enough.
I like to see Rossiter getting it, eh?
Aye, mate, I wouldn't mind him get half an hour and see how the boy does, you know, and see if he's ready for maybe improve our team for the next 2 games coming up, you know. Company, I've not spoke to you. What's your thoughts on what's happened at the club in the last 24 hours?
Well, the buzz I'm getting is just incredible. It's a lot of people say it's like getting Graham Souness back up the road. But it's like that for me, because the way he conducted himself yesterday, the boy was just amazing. I was proud of him yesterday, but you know.
I thought he was excellent. I thought the whole club was excellent. The presentation, the fans, Steven Gerrard, and I've had my disagreements with Dave King, but I thought even Dave King came across well yesterday. Whole club, it was a positive day for the club. According to Bruno's 88, Windass is injured. So there we go. And can I put a shout out for anybody who's gone to the bistro? Keep your eyes out, and I'm not being facetious or cheeky when I say this, for young Wheels. He's texted me, he's in a red chair. So he's at the bistro and he's wanting to meet up with all the guys. He's in a red chair, so look out for young Wheels.
Well, we have a word with him. You'd be a bit of blue and white with it as well, just to set him off.
It's just where it started. He's got the rest of the paint job to get done. Base is a red base colour, and then he's going to get blue and white run it, you know, just to make it look better.
Well, if you did look at that team, Oxyar, you would say he was listening in here.
Apart from maybe Martin, mate.
Martin's a sore point, isn't he?
Aye. I mean, he's not done a lot for me.
But the other ones is what we've been talking about. Well, no me in particular, but we're listening to the other Bears. Aye. And I can see where they're coming from, you know. Aye, that looks up. And then, that's it. Wes dropped again, you know what I mean?
No, he's injured.
Oh, he's injured, definitely injured.
Aye, he's injured, mate. He's injured, shoulder, I believe. Don't know if he'll be back this season, mate.
Have you got anything about who's taking the team? Is it Jimmy
Nicholl? Jimmy Nicholl, yep.
So Jimmy he'll be there. Aye, oh well.
So if people want to join us, it's 0141 356 1972, or join us at Skype at RangersRadio.online, where you'll be brought in by All School with Holt and Dorrans in the middle.
Aye.
The chances are they'll play a 4-5-1. That seems to be one of our problems area, so they have to work particularly hard. Maybe that's how we've got all the midfielders on the bench.
Aye. JC's just come away with a brammer. He's saying, it's funny how the lineups are not getting revealed now. It's leaked.
Maybe I've got mixed views about Big Bates playing. I'd rather he'd sign for us than he'd been in and see if he can improve. No. Anyway, it's just after dinner time. He's just finished and he's joined in. It's the one and only Rudy Bear. How we doing, Rudy?
Hi, Rudy.
He was there. Oh, he'll just be finished his cheese and biscuits. He likes them, a bit of pork in the afternoon.
I see the boy Cairo in the lobby as well. You going to phone in, Cairo? Good lad.
He'll be in.
What a snooker player as well.
Well, he lasts a lot longer than some of the players do in the World Championships, Cairo.
He's not finished that. I've not been up for about 18 months and he's still playing that game, I think.
So, your thoughts on Big Bates, CB?
I like the boy as a player, but I think I'm heading in the way the other guys are heading. He's not a centre half. He's maybe.
No, McCrory, Bates and boys.
Well, Bates is the centre half. I'm getting mixed up.
Sorry.
No. He's got the heart in him, the boy.
Aye.
I think he's young yet, but you know what I mean? He gets brushed aside as well, doesn't he? We'll see. I think
young McCrory, I think with the centre backs, he's not ready to play there yet, the boy.
No, definitely not. And maybe that was just because he was playing beside Martin. He was a bit of a bomb scare, to be honest. Putting it politely.
Strange one. It's not worked out as a signing, is it?
No, definitely not.
No.
Oh, he's getting pelters every week.
Never looks fit to me, and I don't mean with an injury, he just doesn't look fit, mobile enough. He can head the ball in the opposition box, but anything defending wise, he's never there. He can't jump against forwards. Even at throw-ins, he's second best, so no seeing a lot for me, mate.
There's no Zoe's heart's in it to me. Do you know what I mean? He didn't put his body on the line for us.
No.
He just didn't know playing with his heart, as far as I can see.
I wonder if Rudy's with us now. You with us, Rudy? No. So if you want to join us, give us your thoughts on the team. It's 0141 356 1972, or you can join us at Skype at RangersRadio.online, and I'll read the team out for you. It's Alvite, Tavernier, Bates and Martin, Halliday at left back, Holt, Dorrans, Candias and Murphy midfield 4, and Cummings and Morelos up front.
Right. Well, have you seen it?
You couldn't?
Me?
Oh. Carry on.
You don't bark when you've got a dog, mate.
All right, quite right, mate. Quite right.
Sexist pig and everything.
Just a pig, mate.
Trying to build Calio into the lobby.
Cairo?
No.
Well, you try to multitask, Cumbrian, when you're online.
Aye, I can do a lot of things, mate.
All right. Fair play to you. The lobby's grown, isn't it?
Last night was phenomenal. See the new bears that was in the lobby last night. It was unbelievable. Last night was phenomenal.
Oh, somebody get the show on.
See the new bears that was in the lobby last night. It was unbelievable.
Oh, well, Cairo, you need to put the show off, mate. Oh, somebody get the show on. Oh, Cairo, you need to put the show off if you want to come on. So, aye, get a bit of positivity about it today. I think the Bears have been bouncing for it today. What a difference the new manager's made there.
The things it's done you is it gave you the big lift. I think we were all getting it. I think we all just felt it, especially when young Mr. Gerrard went round the stadium. It was just fantastic. It was just like the Rangers of old, wasn't it?
Aye, talking about Rangers of old, I think he's joined us this time. How you doing, Cairo?
How you doing, Ken?
That's quite cheeky, that, Ox. I'm the youngest and the one that's in the panel and let me tell you, a long chalk, twinkling eyes and all that kind of thing.
I don't think so, mate. I don't think so. But carry on. Give your thoughts on what's happened. Give your thoughts on the team, old wise one.
Well, lost my mojo. I hadn't been on here for a wee while and I was getting a wee bit disillusioned going up. But not because I met my brother and I was still there, but after the two things with the Tims, man, I was kind of I was in hibernation mode. But I seem to have got my mojo back, I think, yesterday. And the last couple of days have been pretty exciting, and yesterday was just enthralling altogether, just watching the whole thing unfold and seeing it in the media, everybody talking about it. You just felt as though you just won the league. I know that's not the case, but that's the way it felt, so I would just hope everything goes great. And the team today, I never even seen the team. Do
you want it? It's Alnwick in goals, back four, Tavernier and Halliday the fullbacks, and Bates with Martin in the midfield, midfielder Murphy and Candias wide, Holton Dorrance in the middle, and Candias and Cummings up front.
Candias playing twice and Morelos.
Morelos.
Okay,
he gets a bit apart, that Candias.
I want to see two up front. I want to see them starting to play with two up front. So I think with that, Halliday's just in there because he has to be, but I think he gets skint a few times last week. Tried his best, right enough, faced up to everything. But
showed a lot of character, Andy Halliday, last week. I had a bit of sympathy for him, Cairo. I've got to be honest with you.
I don't know about sympathy, but I certainly had a bit of empathy with him because he was getting all the pelters, but he faced it up, and I liked that about him. I just think,
I'm not saying he's the greatest player in the world. I'm not saying that at all, mate.
Yeah. But I think, he did get skinned a few times with that wee, I can't even say his name.
Aye, for the third goal.
Aye. So we'll see how they go today. It's going to turn up sometime. I mean, Annex new. Tavernier, I think, can go. Bates is gone. Martin can go. Halliday's no good enough. Hope, chances. Dorrance has really been disappointing this season. I thought we would have seen a lot more for Dorrance. I just don't get it with him. Candias is my player of the year. I think he's played really well. I think he's work rating, hitting back and checking, putting boys in a little better. Murphy, I thought was going to be a great signing, taking players on and everything, but he looks a bit heartless as well. That's really disappointing. I thought he'd be a little bit more hurt about him being a Rangers supporter. Cummings will still see the best of him. Morelos, I think there's a bit of a myth growing about him that's a myth. If he can't score chances that he's missed, then I'm afraid he's not good enough. He'll have to go. So that's just my views, but I'm sure the next 3 games, we've got 3 games to go. Please prove me wrong. My views with some of you guys, please prove me wrong and get on 9 points, and we're happy for the start of next season. That's where I see it.
I wonder if Rudy's joined us yet. He's sitting there. I wonder if he's with us. Are you with us yet, Rudy?
Hello, can you hear me, guys?
All right, mate. Oh.
Hi, Rudy. How you doing?
To get an ambulance, mate.
It's the broadband. Yeah, my broadband's terrible at times. Usually weekends are no great. After sort of 10 at night, it's the same. So I was struggling. I don't know what was happening. Nearly wanged the thing out the window.
You heard the team?
No, I just caught the 2 up front. So I take it Morelos and Cummins are up front today.
Yes,
then?
It's Alnwick, Tav, Halliday, Bates, and Martin, Candice and Murphy White, Dorrance, and Holt in the middle, and Morelos and Cummings up front.
Oh, see, Bates is back in again then, is he? I think there was a wee shout during the week I can't mind who it was. Somebody mentioned it during the week, didn't they? If he was fit, they'd play him. I think it might have been Bridgeman. I have to say I agree with that if the boy's fit, because let's face it, can he do any worse than their defence has done in the last 2-3 games, so the boy's here to the end of the season. If he's fit, we play him. It's as simple as that for me, I know I think you had an opposing view about that option.
I have, mate, I have.
Aye.
I actually like the boy up to, but I always think when somebody wants to go, just they go, mate,
I think the way I can sort of agree with you, I can see where you're coming from. I just think being one of the better defenders, there's 3 games to go, 3 important games, and if he's fit, the way your defence has performed, I think you've got to put him in there because you've got. For me, I think you've got to look at the bigger picture, and the bigger picture for me is us getting that second place.
I get that. Mate. It's a valid argument. We've also been joined by Bear Down Under. How we doing, mate?
Gentlemen, how are we?
How are you, mate?
Aye, Bear.
What
What's
a
your
week,
thoughts on yesterday's? No finished yet, mate. Win the day. Something coming in Monday. A little Christmas present, I think.
Oh, I'm unburying. This is the final piece of the jigsaw, hopefully, in terms of where we're going to stand for next season, in terms of investment and how much investment. And because, we need some serious money if we're going to be challenging next year. But as I say, what a day it was yesterday. A very emotional day for all Bears all over the world. But it's still pinching myself. I refuse to believe it until the last minute, until McInnes, with the McInnes thing, and then when it was happening, just realising that we've got Steven Gerrard, who, former England captain, 112 caps, probably one of the most respected person in English football in the past 20 years, and for him to come to our club, it's a massive coup by the board and by Mark Allen, who I believe was the driving force behind it.
Yeah, that's what was alluded to yesterday. Just quickly, Cairo, did he look like a Rangers manager to you?
Yesterday, Gerrard was way above my expectations, the way he performed, the way he put himself over.
Mr. Gerrard, please.
Well, Sir Gerrard, if you want, I'm not too bothered. He performed excellently. I thought he did a fantastic job. I mean, he was spent enough time out the fans, he showed enough emotion, went out at the fans, he high-fiving with the Waynes and showing the sort of a belief in himself that says, hey, I'm here and I'm going to do a job, and I'm up for it. So to me, I thought he did a fantastic job. In fact, to be fair, I'm not a Dave King fan, as you know, but I thought he came across pretty well as well. They never gave too much away about what they didn't have to give away, but the stuff that the fans wanted to hear about Gerrard and how he came and that kind of thing, I thought it was excellent.
Yourself, Rudy?
I was kind of, Bear Down Under mentioned the other McInnes thing. I just thought I'm not going to get too excited about this until it's actually officially released by the club. So I thought, right, I'm trying not to think about it too much. But wow, what a day yesterday was. The good times seem to be back, But the sounds of things, there's something big coming on Monday. I'm looking forward to that because seems to have been in the pipeline for quite a while, and it seems like a significant amount of funding. I don't think Steven Gerrard would have took the job on had that not been the case. I think he already knows there's significant funding coming. Yes, I thought the boy was class yesterday. He's not a boy, he's a man. I thought the man was class yesterday. He conducted himself absolutely brilliantly for me. Watched all the interviews, BT Sports, Sky, all that stuff. Very excited now. And I can see, people banging on in the media about the negatives. He's no managerial experience, this, that, and the next thing. But we can point out plenty of other managers that had no managerial experience before they took on a big job. So for me, I think the financial, rewards that will come for having Steven Gerrard, I think the whole thing about publicity for the club, the fans, everything, I think it's such an upswing in fortunes for us with that one signing. And fair play to Mark Allen for getting this over the line. I think he's done an absolutely brilliant job. I think during the week, or maybe the week before, there was one or two Bears questioning when we were a wee bit in the doldrums what Mark Allen was actually doing at the club. Well, there you go. That's what Mark Allen's doing at the club. Aye. While some were having a wee gripe about him, he was putting this into place. he was putting this into place. It's a huge risk. It's a huge gamble. There's no getting away from that fact. But if Steven Gerrard gets the right funding and he gets the right team in behind him, and Gary McAllister's a great shout, I happen to think. Loads of experience, great player on the park. If he gets the right funding, the right team in round about him, and the board and fans back him to the hill, this really could be the start of something special for us. Delighted now.
What about yourself, Cumbrian Bear? Did you look like a Rangers manager for you? But then I'll go to Bear Down Under.
Aye, spot on. And so did...
I mean, you go back to William Wilton, so...
I do indeed. And to be fair, so did Dave King, and so did the rest. You've got to remember when this board came in, they did say from the very, very start, the first interview I seen with them, they says, mistakes will be made, but they'll be rectified as quickly as we can. They didn't have a clue what they were doing when they came in. So they've rectified their mistakes. And because of where we live and because of the conditions of where we live, they've just got pelters for every wee mistake they've made. So, aye, Dave King.
Some of them weren't so way, to be fair, though, CB.
Aye, Pedro Caixinha.
They still said they would make mistakes. And they knew they would.
Yeah, I think, okay, I'll give them that latitude, but Jesus Christ, when you make fundamental mistakes like that makes you really... And like the other guys, I never keycod to actually, I seen him getting paraded as a signed manager as opposed to all the stuff before it, just because of what happened before with McInnes. And I think that's sort of rather as this build up to a peak, I think it was when you actually seen him coming in and the way he conducted it just went, the clapometer just went straight up.
I think the board's got it right myself. I think
this time, aye.
I think there has been leaks coming out of the boardroom, and it's stumped their growth. It's took us back the way, and I think they're getting that sorted. You know, a lot of rumours coming out of the boardroom now, with no team sheets getting read out in the morning papers. I wonder why that is there. Then you'll see.
I don't know. I just you've got to give the board credit for bringing him in. I think what am I trying to say here is a lot of folk will not forget the mistakes the board made and how bad they've been at times. I mean, that's all I'm saying on it. But to King's credit, I'll give him credit yesterday. He certainly came across pretty well. Didn't answer any questions that they didn't need to answer. The ones that they tried to put to him that were kind of contentious about money and that, both him and Gerrard handled it easily.
I can agree with you, Cairo.
For somebody so positive on the snooker table, Cairo, why are you so negative away from the table?
I'm not negative. I'm over the moon. I tell you, I've got my mojo back about the Rangers. I'm just saying it's a Beecher's Brook moment. You know, you've went from one level to another level in one slight jump. I just think the way the board.
What's the big mistake, Caixinha?
I think that's definitely the big mistake. Caixinha was definitely the big mistake.
Aye. But if
the way they handled McInnes, another horrendous mistake.
Sometimes you need a bit of luck, and maybe the two Ricketts have got us where we are, which might be a better place than we would have been.
Well, if guys at that level were just learning, and they learned from it, and that's how they managed to get. That's the point I said earlier at the very start. I'll stretch a point saying that they've done a bit, but I was trying to say a lot of Rangers supporters will not forget. I'll not forget any of the horrendous mistakes they have made.
Anyway, Bear Down Under, what do you think of the team today? Have you seen it?
I have, yes.
Big talking point, Bates back, I suppose, and two up front. Maybe that's a sign that Michelle Moten's coming in if we're playing with two up front.
Up front. But I'm sort of sitting on the fence. I'm half of me saying that when I heard about Bates going to Germany, I was the same as you. Boy should never kick a ball for us again. However, we at the back are an absolute mess, and we've still got 3 games to go. It's going to dictate how our season, what we're going to be playing in Europe next year. And we have not got centre halves, 4 decent ones queuing up the door. So, yes, I agree with you, but at the same time as beggars can't be choosers, we need to be winning the day. The last 2 games are going to be hard games against us. And if we can get him fit and see him at the rest of the season, hopefully he could be the difference for us getting to Europe and all. So I think it's a decision that had to be made. Whether or not it's the right decision, time will tell. But they're obviously going with the two up front. I really was disappointed in the performance of Cummins in the Old Firm game. I believe that obviously there's an option there to buy him, and I'm sitting on the fence of whether we should be buying him or not. But that's up to the new regime to be making that decision. But he's got 3 games to show the Rangers fans if he can cut it in the Rangers jersey.
Are you happy with the 4-4-2, Cairo?
Yeah, I've always said we play 4-4-2. We should always play 4-4-2. Ibrox, unless it's against Juventus or like say Barcelona, but certainly in home domestic fixture, we should always be punting at 4-4-2, and we should be playing attacking football. We shouldn't be holding back the way we've been holding back. I think we should be going at it.
Yep.
Is that your favourite formation, Rudy?
Well, I certainly think if you've got two strikers, the two of them are different strikers, right? We know that, Cummins and Morelos. But that's a good thing. People talk about that like it's a bad thing. It's no. But what they have to do is they have to play as a partnership. Apparently they don't see eye to eye, they don't go on very well. Well, they've got to forget all that nonsense. They've been paid by the club to play strikers for us, the support. So they need to get all that nonsense out of their heat. There's 3 games to go. They know fine well that Steven Gerrard is going to be sitting watching these 3 games. He said in his interview with BT Sport yesterday that he's already watched some of the games, but he'll be watching the last 3 games of the season. Right, so they're playing for places now. It's as simple as that. These players know that. There's no ifs, buts, there's no doubts about it. They're playing for places now. So they two have to work together. If they want to stay at the club, they have to work together for the betterment, not just the club and the support, but for themselves too. So they've got to work together as a unit up front. But I would play 2 up front all day long if the right players are in the right positions.
But Rudy Morales is gone, as you know.
Well, that's the thing, Cairo, isn't it? You know, I mean, that seems to be the big rumour that Morales will be off come the summer, come the end of the season. I've said it before, Cairo, and I'll say it again. Whatever that amount of money was offered in January, whether it was 8, 9, 10, 11 million, I would have took it then. I would have took that money then. I really would have. Certainly after what I've seen off him for January, I would have took it, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
But for the last 3 games, Cairo, they have to play, if they're going to go with the 2 up front, they've got to play like a 2 up front, the 2 of them. They've got to help each other out. They've got to make themselves available for each other. You know, and rather than take the shot as Morelos has done when Cummins has been on the park in a better position, he's got to pass. He's got to pass the ball instead of taking the shot on. You know.
You're a big fan of 2 up front, or are you?
I think that's been my biggest gripe with the Rangers over the last couple of years. They've never looked as though they've had a shape. Every time I watch them, they look as though they've not got a shape at all. It's maybe because I was rearing 4-4-2. I don't know, because to me that looks like a Rangers team when it's 4-4-2. I always like to see the 2 strikers. We've done awful well with twin strikers over the years. You maybe be able to name a few off the top of your head.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've been joined by Denver Bear coming in. How are we doing, Denver?
How you doing, Denver?
Hi, Denver.
Hi, good morning, guys. Morning, guys. How we doing?
All good here.
That's going to be some sponsored walk that for Denver to Perth, Australia, isn't it?
I just walked the dog and the coffee's on. Just watched Stoke getting relegated there. Charlie Adams on the telly. So, you all good?
Have you seen the team, mate?
It's kind of weird, kind of strange team. I like the 2 up front right enough, you know, Cairo said there. That's the Rangers way. You know, there's just playing 1 up front. What is that all about, you know? Anyway, but I was laughing last night at Ox when they were talking towards the end of the show and they mentioned Martin, and your reaction to it was incredible.
I'm not a fan, mate. I'm not a fan.
You would never know. You'd never know.
He's just not done it for me, mate. He's never looked fit. When I say just fit, I mean no pace, can't he jump? At times he's distributed the ball okay. He's threatened in other team's box, but as far as defending goes, he's been very, very poor, in my humble opinion.
I'll give you my summing up. He's pish, and that's it.
Aye.
There you go.
I think I was trying to say that, but I can't say it like that.
Denver, you need to come off that fence, man. You need to come off that fence.
Well, are you a fan of...
On you go. Sorry.
On you go, Denver. Carry on, mate.
How come Declan John's still out then? I see
he's broken again. I think he broke his wrist, mate, in training last week.
All right. Okay.
All right. So I think he could be out for the season, mate.
Aye. Doesn't look as if we'll see him again, aye. You know, I had a great night. Me and the missus watched all the interviews last night. That was great stuff. You were right enough, Fox. I sat back and relaxed, and I tuned into every interview last night on YouTube. It was excellent stuff, you know.
Were you chuffed, mate?
Oh, aye. That was... He conducts himself like a Rangers manager, you know, but... the BT interview for me was the top one. That between that and the Lassie for Rangers Radio. And did you see the behind the scenes one before?
That was brilliant.
He came in front of the crew.
He just looked a good fit, didn't he? He just looked a good fit.
Aye.
Did you see Jimmy Bell talking to him and putting the kit out?
Aye, in the dressing room. Aye, and you know right away, Mr. Gerrard. Welcome, Mr. Gerrard. That's good stuff, you know. Good stuff, man.
I'm very impressed. The thing that summed it up, when he was coming back to the Copeland Road to end the enclosure, and he was about halfway down, and he just put his two hands above his head, and the look in his face. Sometimes a picture can speak 1,000 words, and I think he gets our club, he knows our club, his family background, knows about our club. So I think it can be a marvellous fit, Denver.
Well, you know, you've got similar traditions there between Liverpool and Rangers. You know, it's a good old-fashioned club and all that, and they keep the old traditions. And, you know, there's somebody on Follow talking about, you know, Paul Shankly followed up with Bob Paisley. And, you know, that's the Liverpool way. And I hope he can institute stuff like that at Rangers, you know, and just keep following on and legacies, you know. That's my hope.
Talking about people who understand the Rangers way, we wouldn't usually do this because we've got the team, but I think it'd be great to hear from one of our own, Jimmy Nicholl. So, lads, if you don't mind going on mute, let's hear from James Nicholl.
Jimmy, how have your preparations gone for this afternoon's game?
Not too bad. I mean, it was just a horrific first few days, but it's like everything else. You know, I've been in this position before, and it's not great when it happens. But as the day goes on, and the days go by during the week, and as the week goes on, things get a wee bit better, you know. So, but at the end of the day, it's just getting the best out of the players you possibly can for this afternoon's game. Training steps up, like I said, as the week goes on, you know. So anyway, I've been there before, I've seen it, and it's all down to one thing now: a response from the players, and not only because of what's happened to the manager, you know, they get a responsibility about the last two performances that they want to make amends for them.
We obviously know the events of yesterday, the new manager being unveiled. Have you used that in your preparations at all, or have you tried to keep that away from the players?
No, you use it, you know, because there's players here under contract probably for the next 2 or 3 years that'll want to impress a new manager. There's ones that are hoping to get a contract, and there's could be boys on loan here that want to stay at the club. So there's no reason not to want to go out and play a game of football for all them reasons.
The news yesterday again has obviously added a great buzz around the club. Are you hoping to really feed off that from the fans today?
Well, we hope so, but you'd like to think so, but we can't dictate that. You know, the supporters are disappointed with us. Whatever happens this afternoon, we have to take it in the chin and get on with it. If there's a positive response from the crowd because of the appointment of the new manager, great. Listen, they can only help us, you know, but at the same time they've got to go out and do it, and they've got to show the supporters that they're prepared to make the best of a bad situation. And the bad situation was losing them 2 games the way we did.
What do you expect from Kilmarnock today?
The usual, just, you have to hit them really quickly on attack, because if you don't, and you let them get formed again in their 2 banks of 4 with a bit of help from their forwards now and again as well, they're really tough to break down, and we know that. But we've had opportunities against them before, disappointing results against them, but opportunities during the game if you sit and looked at them to score goals. We don't want the sitting of 10, 12 passes in our half. We've got to be sharp in the counter attack. We've got to get at them. All the stuff, the urgency, go and get a bit of goal-mouth action early in the game, get the crowd behind you, do something to set the tempo and create an atmosphere here, and don't let them dominate you. You've got to dominate the ball, dominate possession, dominate your opponent. You've got to do all them things to win a game of football here.
And just finally, your team today, you're obviously welcome back David Bates, which is fantastic, but no Josh Windass today. Is that a blow for you?
Well, he had a hip injury, so that was him out of the running there, so Batesy comes back in. Young Ross McCrory suffered, but he's a good young player, and he's going to be a big part of the future of Rangers Football Club, so he's a great lad too. I just thought about take him out of the firing line a wee bit, and but other ones that haven't been taken out of the fire line, they have to there's a responsibility to go and make amends for what's happened, and they're old enough, experienced enough to handle the situation. That's what I'm relying on, the older ones to handle the situation, not put the onus on the young ones. But there were subs today that'll be disappointed in not starting for that reason. They're thinking 2 heavy defeats, I must get an opportunity. No, I've always believed that you get yourself in the hole, now dig yourself out of it. You have anything about you at all, you'll dig yourself out of it, and then we'll wait for all these other ones to come off the bench if needed.
Well, thanks for that, old school Blue. Cairo, Jimmy Nicholl, no nonsense talk.
Couldn't say anything else really, could he? I mean, I think he's hit the nail on the head there. He says to lose, it's not the fact you lose, the way we lost the last couple of games. The players have got to come back for that. So I thought his interview was okay.
He understands Rudy Bear.
He certainly does. Pretty straight talking there, and he's right. It's down to responsibilities, down to the players. They have a responsibility to us as fans, they have a responsibility to the club, but they also have a responsibility to themselves as professional football players to try and redeem the situation, redeem themselves to the fans, because the last 2 performances certainly have been nowhere near good enough for me. Certainly against them anyway, has been nowhere near good enough, not even close for a Rangers team. They're there now. It's just we've got what we've got. We've got the hand that we've been dealt. And Jimmy Nicholl's right. It's up to them to go to show some responsibility today. These last 3 games, put in an effort. If Steven Gerrard come to the club as the new manager starting 1st of June, if they don't see that as a huge opportunity, the next 3 games to impress the new manager, then they don't deserve to be there, in my opinion. So they've got 3 games to prove how much they want to stay at the club, my opinion.
Bear Down Under, you enjoy that?
Aye, pretty straight talking. Ask Benson, he'll give the answer that needs to be given. There's no mincing his words. You can tell he knows the standards of the club. He knows with the fans how we've been feeling. Spoke about the past 2 performances that's still sore. And he's obviously using the Steven Gerrard situation as a bit of try and get them up. And like the way he came across, and hopefully he'll get the results the last 3 games to get that 2nd spot and go into the new season, and looking forward to it.
Just a point, Ox, on what Jimmy Nicholl's saying about the players have to respond. I hear what he's saying, and he said that I liked his interview, and normally after a defeat that's the way I'd feel, but the last 3, 4, 5 games we've had, no Rangers manager should be having to get their Rangers players up for it. I mean, a couple of times against them, but the games against Hibs, there are games there that if that team had any heart, any gumption, anything about them at all, the manager's job would have been to hold them back rather than G them up, because they're the kind of games that they should be jumping out their skin to play well for Rangers. Now they know that Murray's going to be, he's either going to win or lose out of this, and if they lose and Murray loses, then there's somebody else going to come in, and it's all going to come out. That's another reason why they should have jumped to their skin. That's my biggest worry about the day. The fact that
we've still not got a ball winner. We've still not got a ball winner.
But we've no heart. We've not got a leader. We've not got any heart. And that's the thing. That's the thing that's really worrying me, because they shouldn't have been up to doing anything for the games, especially the ones against the Tims. They should have been well up for that. And what Jimmy's saying, these players need to show something. They've not showed anything in the last 4, 5, 6 games, and that's the big worry for the day.
I think we've won 1 out of 7 or something. Anyway, how did you enjoy Jimmy Nicholl, Denver, before we get people's quick predictions?
He sounds like a guy that's defeated. He sounded when he came, he sounds as if he won the lottery, and these guys have probably cost him his job. He couldn't be in a better place for Jimmy Nicholl, and I love Jimmy Nick. I just hope they keep a place for him. But it sounds as if the guys have let him down, and he's not slow to let them know about it.
Here's your thoughts on the day's game. How do you see it going, Denver?
I'm hoping for a win, but the way it's been going the last couple of weeks, I don't know. I'll just go 1-0. How's that?
All right. Cairo, you don't like using your crystal balls, do you?
I don't. I think when I do use them, they're usually so far out of control I could get myself into bother.
Well, only in special occasion. Bear down under.
3-2 Rangers.
3-2?
Yeah.
Ooh, but again, Matt.
I'm relying on the 2 forwards to click, and I can't see us keeping a clean sheet.
Rudy Bear?
I can't see us keeping a clean sheet either, unfortunately, though I do think Bates will help, so I'm going to go for 3-1. I'm going to try and be positive about the day. 3-1 Rangers.
I'm going to go a wee bit better than that. I'm going to go for the Rangers to score 4, Rudy.
Ooh.
4.
I like your optimism, Ox. I like your optimism.
What have you been drinking, Ox? What have you been drinking?
That port you sent me. I'm going to go for us to score 4 today, and I'm going to go for us to keep a clean sheet. There they go. They're going to come out the tunnel. The place is going to explode. They're going to realise what they're playing for. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That sun's going to my head this morning. Anyway, can I thank you lads for calling in, Rangers Radio. We'll be back at Denver, Bear Down Under, the one and only Cairo, Rudy Bear, and Cumbrian Bear. We'll be back approximately 15 minutes after the final whistle, after watching Steven Gerrard's Blue and White Army. Take it away, Old School Blue.
Sing of victory until the football glory from Kilmarnock to Dundee. We follow Glasgow Rangers, our hearts are strong and true. We are the people who cheer the boys in blue. A goal, we're ready to acclaim. A goal, to win another game. We follow Glasgow Rangers, our hearts are strong and true. We are the people who cheer the boys in blue. When Rangers take the field, they'll follow on to triumph, for we know they'll never lose. And 60,000 voices will cheer the whole game through. We are the people who cheer the boys in blue. A goal, we're ready to acclaim. A goal, to win another game. We follow Glasgow Rangers, our hearts are strong and true. We are the people who cheer the boys in blue.